Welcome back, you guys. It is your girl Ades. Oh, hey diaries, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, as you guys know, and it is Dear Diary talk. If you don't know what Dear Diary is, it is where I talk about specific topics, anything random, like just Dear Diary. I know, like, when I further on into getting more subscribers, I want to start answering questions for you guys. Answering questions that you guys want me to answer. Is like a Dear Diary, like when you write in your journal. That's how I want to do it. So anyway, today's topic, we're gonna talk about commitment, because it seemed like today's generation lack commitment, or they don't want to commit. Like, why? Don't know. But let's get into the video. I am just thinking, I promise you, I think of stuff right from the top of my head. I guess I can say that this is just gonna be based off of my situations and how, what I've seen, what I've heard, like basically that. But it just seems like people don't want to commit, like they don't want to be in a committed relationship, and I just don't understand why. But the thing is that people will lead you on into thinking that they're gonna give you a committed relationship when they're really not, and it is what is wrong. That is what is wrong with this generation, because it seems like people just do not know what they want, or they know what they want but they're so afraid, but they don't tell you that they're afraid to be in a committed relationship. And it's just like, I don't get how you can be feeling somebody and you tell everybody that you like them and they're beautiful or they're handsome, and then like you just totally don't show them that. Like, how does that work? And it's just the simple fact that, why don't you be honest from day one? You know, why do you wait so long to tell somebody like, okay, I really don't want a relationship, I'm not looking for something serious, this is what I want, blah blah blah. Like, people don't do that. And it's just like, where are normal people now? Like, people don't want to be in a committed relationship. It's just like, if you don't want to be in a relationship now, when will you ever want to be in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you don't want to sit here for so long and just be single for the rest of your life, unless that's what you want to do. But sometimes that can get boring, you know. But it's just like, sometimes you want to focus on you and you want to focus on what you have, and that is fine. But it's just like, okay, your time is ticking. But everybody's time is different, I want to say. But people really don't know how to commit, not only in relationship, but people don't commit to their, how can I say this? People don't commit to their responsibilities. Like, especially like, I'm not gonna bash the males. I'm not gonna bash and throw males down like y'all know no good or anything, because some of you guys are good, but it's just like some other guys are just messing it up for people, and some females are messing it up for other females. And I feel like that's why some people are so cold-hearted, because of their past relationship. That's one thing, like, people need to let go. You can't think that every relationship that you get into is gonna be the same, because if you go in thinking that, then it's gonna be the same basically. But it's just like, sometimes you gotta like watch people and see them out and see how they are, but also you can't keep them waiting. Because just like, if somebody's telling you, oh, I want to be in a relationship, and they're just sitting there being with you, holding you down, and you just like not giving them what they want, they're gonna eventually leave one day. You can't expect somebody to keep trying to stay with you forever, because they're gonna want something. They're gonna want something more. They're gonna want a title. They're gonna want somebody to call their own. You know what I'm saying? It's like you, and I feel like people are scared of that title thing. It's just like they don't ever want to put a title to something. Just like, what is wrong with the title? You know what I'm saying? Some people want, I mean, it's not the fact that you want a title to, you know, be like, oh, I have that title. You just want that title to know that, like, you feel special to somebody. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm just really getting off the track, but what was I about to say? Oh, commitments. People don't usually commit to their responsibilities, especially nowadays. There are so many single moms and so many young single moms, and it's just like, why do guys feel like, first of all, when you lay in the bed with, when you have sex with somebody and you lay in the bed with somebody, especially if you're having unprotected sex, what makes you think that that person is not gonna get pregnant? It's just like, in your mind, you and that person should know the consequences that come between you laying in that bed. That's why, like, there are so many, I just feel like so many immature people go into situations doing stuff and don't realize the consequences that comes out of doing things like that. And it's just like, and then when it happens, you're like, oh, I'm not ready, I don't want it. That's not your problem. And it seems like females always get pushed with a baby and they're forced to take care of a baby, and it's just like, okay, you were part of the situation, you know what you were doing, but it's like, damn, you would think that somebody who you've been with for a long time, especially if you guys have been together for a long time, it's like sometimes when a situation comes and a baby is involved, it's like people always want to back down. It's just like, why don't you take that responsibility? You know what you were doing in the first place, you know what I'm saying? And it's just so hard because there's so many single girls, and it's so sad to see single moms having to work harder than what they need to be, when all you have to do is just be there. If you know that you don't want to have a baby with this person, then why are you doing what you're doing when you know the consequences that come with what you are doing? That's what I don't understand. Like, you know what you're doing, you know what's gonna happen, so why do it? And if you know that you don't want no kids, then you better wrap it up, okay? And that's not always like, you never know, anything could happen, but it's just like, you're taking a risk. So if you're gonna take that risk, you better be ready for what's gonna come with that, you know, that baggage. So that is just so many things that are just, it's just happening. Like, people are not ready to commit. Like, what's wrong with settling down and just wanting to focus on one person? Like, I never understood why so many, I mean, I guess you're so used to a lifestyle where you're just like, okay, I'm talking to this person, and that person. Like, how can you focus on 3 people? How can you entertain 3 and more people? It's just like, I just don't get it. It's different if you're like being open with the person, like, okay, I'm not only talking to you, I really don't know what I want. I'm just, you know, seeing out my, you know, my options. I'm looking for my options just to see what I want. It's like a bachelorette or bachelor type of thing, but it's just like, because sometimes when you think that you're focusing on one person, it's just like you and that other person may not be on that same page, and it's just like people just don't want to commit, and I just don't understand why. There's so many people who are just always on different levels. There's different levels to this, you guys. Like, I don't understand. Like, hard to like be honest, to be loyal, to communicate. That is what's wrong. Communication. People lack communication so bad. And it's just like, if you don't communicate, if you don't have a conversation, if you don't get to know one another, if you don't, you know, talk, like, how are you guys gonna know each other? How are you gonna know if you really like this person if you don't communicate, if you don't talk, if you don't, you know, hang out, if you don't, because that, we seem to not do that also, like hang out, like take girls on dates, and it seemed like on materialistic things. Like, I see different posters on Facebook about people talking about a picnic is not a date if you take me on a picnic. outside, I'm gonna be mad. Like, what? So what is wrong with you guys? Like, there is so many guys who don't have any more chivalry. I can't even say the word chivalry, and it's just like so hard. So if a guy is willing to do something out of the kindness of his heart, what is so wrong with going on a date at home, him cooking for you, him doing dinner, whether it's a her, whether it's a him? Like, what is wrong with something that's just so romantic, you know? What is wrong with a guy? What is wrong with staying at home and watching a movie and just chilling? Like, you should be happy that somebody wants to hang out with you, because some people are fighting for that. Some people are fighting to have a relationship where their partner pays attention to them, and they don't get that. They don't do anything special at the kind of their heart. Like, going to a fancy restaurant, what is that gonna do? Prove his loyalty, prove through quantity instead of quality. Or did I say that backwards? You guys know what I mean. But it's just like so many people look for materialistic things, and it's just like, why? Like, why does it have to be about how much money he spends, or him buying you Louis, Gucci, Prada bags, and him buying you some red bottoms, and him doing the most? Like, the littlest things should count, and I think that's what's wrong with our generation. We look for something so big, and we look for this and that, and what we see on social media, and what we see all these YouTubers doing for their girlfriends and boyfriends. It's just like, okay, you may want that, you may think it's nice, but that doesn't mean that it's for you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know their relationship. That's why I usually don't say that people are relationship goals, because it's just like so many people now are just getting a divorce. Like, why? You never know what is going on in people's homes. You know, that's why I never say I want somebody's relationship, or somebody's relationship is goals. I would probably phrase it and be like, I want the positive part of their relationship, because it's just like, you want that positive, you don't want that negative. You never see, or sometimes you do hear about people's negative parts of their relationship. It's just like, it's so hard nowadays, because people just don't want to commit. People can't, like, it's just like, if you work so hard to get this person, like, why can't you just continue to just keep that person? This is for any relationship, like friendships, like anything. Like, if you worked so hard to be friends with somebody for so long, like, why would you want to mess that up? Or if it's something that's not intentional, like, why can't you communicate and talk to me and let me know, like, this is how I'm feeling? Or if I tell you that this is how I'm feeling, like, why can't you sit there and try to understand? You know, it seems like people lack the understanding. It's just like, nowadays we just text each other and say this is what's wrong, and we don't never call on the phone anymore and be like, we never call on the phone, or we never sit down in person and be like, okay, let's lay out our problems. It just seems like this generation, we're so hyped up on our phones and about social media, and it's just like, it's so crazy, because this generation has really changed a lot. Like, things are not how they used to be. I know I'm rambling on about so much different stuff, and my video is all over the place, but it's just like, there is so many issues, especially with relationships. That's why a lot of people are probably single because they don't want to be in a relationship, or single because they can't get in a relationship because of the way that people are, or single because they just don't want to be in a relationship. I think I said that. Single because they don't know what they want. It's like, make up your mind. You can't keep playing people for the rest of your life. I really think that is it, you guys. I'm not trying to make this video too long. I am on like 14 minutes, and I'm gonna have to cut this video down, but that is it, you guys. Maybe I'll make a part 2 of this, because this is just a iffy, touchy topic, you know. So thank you guys for watching this Dear Diary video, and I will see you. Forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you are new, thanks for clicking this video, and if you are not, thank you for being a diary. I will see you guys when I post my video on Monday. So I am out, diaries.